Hello, hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I'm your guide, and I'm also the developer of this unique creative content development process. I want to teach you how to create more engaging content to post on social media, more remarkable content that you'll share on your sales pages, and more amazing content that you will use in your email messages to reach more qualified customers online. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. Below in the description box, you're going to see a couple of links. The first link that you'll see is for my book called I Just Did a Thing, where I go into detail about the science behind why tapping into your creativity really does help you with your content creation. And it really can help you if you're trying to make a big change in your business or your personal life. And the second link that you're going to see is so that you can subscribe to the Create Your Business program. So you can personally go through this process so that you can get the workbooks and do the prompts and learn about all of the steps that it takes to develop remarkable content when you're experiencing these creative activities. So today's video, I want to talk about that thing that I say in every single one of my videos, and I just said it like a minute ago, how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about how to bring creativity into your brainstorming process and get your creative juices flowing. Let's talk about how this works and how this can connect to help you with your content marketing and definitely with your brainstorming of your content marketing. Because just as the name suggests, the act of brainstorming is literally using your brain to help you come up with creative solutions, to storm creative solutions. It is a technique that has been used for, I don't even know how long this goes back. I think 1940s maybe is when it got started, for idea generation and to help you spark creativity. So let's talk a little bit about what the basic brainstorm rules are before we get into how to, add creativity into this process. So your basic brainstorm rules go like this. The first thing you want to make sure that you're doing is that there's no judgment. No judgment about your ideas. When you are brainstorming, when you are going through this creative process to come up with your content ideas, to come up with your marketing messages, fill in the blank, whatever it is you're working on, there is no judgment. I want you to avoid judging or even evaluating the ideas during the brainstorm session. Just consider them all up for discussion and review. The next thing that you'll do as your brainstorm rules is that the whole process is set up to encourage the big ideas. Because if we're not judging our ideas, we want to generate as many ideas as possible. So what we're talking about is quantity versus quality. The more ideas you have, the bigger that they are, the better that your brainstorming session is going to be. Because all of that work is going to lead to some innovative solution that you may not have considered or even came on your radar when you initially were challenged or even thought about this question. The next thing that you want to make sure that you're doing within your brainstorm is, so there's no judgment and we're encouraging big ideas, and you want to make sure that the process is set up so that you can build on these ideas. I don't want you to go through this brainstorming session, come up with this one idea, and just focus on this one idea. But I want you to look towards how all of these ideas, remember, quantity, not quality, is what works for brainstorming. So you want to look at how all of these ideas can build on each other and can expand the concepts, and just keep building it out and building it out and building it out, and thinking about it from that process of what's resonating, what's going to work, what can you implement. But I want you to start from that place of knowing that it's not just about one idea. You want to look for several ideas during your brainstorming session and things that you can build on, and you can find ways that they can expand and that they can connect and all of those fun words that we use when we talk about marketing. And the other really, really big thing that's going to happen in your brainstorming session is I want you to stick to the topic. It's easy. Oh, it's so easy that when you start brainstorming that you get so many ideas in your head that you get yourself off track from the original topic of the brainstorm session. So I want you to make sure that you stay focused on your topic. And if you wander off the topic and you catch yourself, make a note to this additional topic and remind yourself to get back on track to what the original topic was that you were brainstorming about, or else you're kind of, I don't want to say you're wasting your time, but you're not utilizing and being more effective with your time to whatever it is you're brainstorming, your content ideas, what you're going to be doing on your sales page, what you're going to be talking about in your email messages, what you're going to be doing maybe in a video. I want you to stick to the topic and stay like that. And that's when you are going to see the most success from your brainstorm session. So, alrighty, that's what brainstorming is all about. These are the quote unquote rules that we do when we brainstorm. So how do we bring creativity into this process? So I want to talk about this process. And I want to go back to a few things, but I'm going to expand upon them. So as I shared with you before, you want to focus on quantity over quality. Because the more ideas, the better your opportunity to uncover the content ideas you're looking for. The ideas for your marketing messages, your sales page. The more that you have, the better your chances are coming up with that solution that you are looking for. So rather than trying to think of one great, massive idea, I want you to work towards quantity, to come up with as many ideas as possible. Your goal is to discover more options to choose from, and that they can inspire you or your teammates if you're working together in a group to really see that, oh wait, this could lead to this and this could lead to this. Because here's the thing about ideas. Not every idea is going to be great, but one idea, even one bad idea, can lead to several good ones. So in the end, the more ideas that you're sharing, the more likely it is that there's going to be a useful idea or several ideas that can be complemented and can be built upon each other to work from. And you're definitely going to make sure as you're going through this process that you're going to withhold your judgment. As I had said earlier, no one idea is better than another when you are brainstorming. So you want to make sure you are not judging the ideas. Remember, we're looking at quantity over quality. And you don't want to use your time to judge these ideas. But you want to think about it from that perspective of, let's see here, like the more you are, let me start that sentence over again. When you don't use your time to judge your ideas, you are more likely to not only come up with more ideas, but you start to uncover the big ideas and even what I refer to as the ridiculous ones. Because the unusual ideas, those ridiculous ones, those are like, oh my God, the great big pie in the sky. Are you kidding me? Could we really do that? Those ideas, those unusual ideas are actually the key to brainstorming. And those ideas are the ones where you're tapping into your creativity. Kind of like daydreaming and letting your mind wander. Can we really do that? Could we go that big? Can we do this huge thing? Can we, really launch this program like this? That's without judgment. It's about thinking and encouraging every idea, no matter how out of the box that this feels. So don't let lack of money or skills or how you're going to get this done stop the idea from coming to fruition. Those crazy big ideas, well, sometimes they're not going to be feasible, and I get that, but I want you to go into this being open to it, open to those ideas coming to you in this brainstorming session, because those crazy big ideas can actually spark this innovative solution that you might not have thought about previously. And that's when we're really getting into our creativity and really allowing this opportunity for us to daydream, to mind wander, and that type of thing, where we're actually functioning into the right side of our brain, that creative side of our brain. And so, well, obviously, you're not going to be able to do all of them. Not every idea that you come up with in your brainstorming session is going to be something that you're going to do and something that you're going to use. But you can use these for inspiration. You can use these ideas to build on the foundation, to combine maybe a couple of concepts. So I really like the idea of this part of it. And then if we took this part of it and put these together, this is the solution that we're looking for. But you wouldn't have come up with the solution had you not have gotten this ridiculously crazy big idea and then this one over here. So I want you to evaluate each idea. You can determine what's feasible and what's best suited, especially it's going to accomplish your goals. And when you think about it from that perspective, and then you're able to add in more details to these ideas, and then you can think through how to implement them. But I want you to look at it from from that space of building your ideas, because when you build them from the great big amazing crazy big ideas or wherever it's coming from, it's going to help you find the best solution to your goal or the problem that you're trying to solve. So there are brainstorming methods out there. There's a ton of brainstorming methods out there, and I saw a whole bunch of them. Mind mapping, having a brainstorm session. I've even seen research out there that gives you the actual steps, that if you're in a group, this is what you do. You identify the problem. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. There's like a whole thing that you go through when you are doing a brainstorm session in a group, or with even another person, or your accountability partner or whatever. And these are great ways to uncover ideas. But see, the thing is this type of activity still works just in the left side of our brain, the analytical side of our brain, like the mind mapping and going through these steps and and following it. We are still functioning off of the left side of our brain. And I would like you to look at your brainstorming process and to find ways that you can spend some time doing these activities that open up that right side, that creative side, the emotional side of your brain. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas here. Not something that you have to spend a lot of money on. You don't have to go out really and buy a whole bunch of stuff to get this done. So let me give you some different ideas about what you can do during the brainstorm session and how this can help you bring more creativity into your brainstorming of coming up with your content ideas and your marketing. So one of the ideas that I want to share with you is a creative activity that I refer to as plant something. We tend to think of our gardens and our backyards as places of tranquility and a space to take a break. However, planting something, either inside or even if you want to do something inside your house or outside, because there are indoor things that you can plant, is actually an inspiration to your creativity. So if you think about it from this place of something as small, if you were to do this inside, like a mini herb garden, becomes a space that inspires you. So if you take it from this idea of, so you got this little herb garden that you want to grow. The garden starts with a little seed packet. And that little seed packet contains everything that you need to grow the mature plant or the garden. And your ideas are like those little seeds that start small and just need the space to be planted and watered and given enough sunlight to grow. So by participating in the act of gardening and planting those seeds, you're actually stimulating the right side of your brain. And while you are doing, the activity of the planting and the watering and, making sure that it's got sunlight, and especially if it's outside, pulling the weeds or whatever it is that you're doing, those are those moments that your brain is going to be open for new ideas. So go into this when you are planting something and when you're having this, and even if you don't want to plant something, what if you just wanted to sit in your garden or sit in your back porch? You could do that too. All of those things would come to you, would be able to help you with your brainstorming session. And so it's a matter of going into this activity with a question in mind, with something you're being challenged on. And as you just focus on the activity, think about that question and let your thoughts just go. No judgment. Remember, it's not about, can we afford this? Is this something that I can do? Can I implement? No judgment. This is that space for you to just open up and do all of those rules that I said with brainstorming. Quantity, not quality. It's about thinking about no judgment and all of those types of things. So think about how you can add a creative activity where you plant something, or like I said, even if it's something as basic as sitting in your garden and thinking about the next thing that you're going to be planting. Another idea that I have for you to tap into your creativity is to go to a new place. When you are going to work, when you're going to go to work and you want to, you're in your office all the time, 7 days a week or 5 days a week or how many days you're working. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try to go someplace new, like go to a new coffee shop. Even if you're not able to go to a coffee shop, moving your laptop from your home office to the coffee table or the dining room table in the living room or whatever. Anything like that where you're actually physically moving your body into another location and what you're normally seeing in front of you is changing. Because when you feel yourself getting stuck in this place and when you feel yourself wanting to brainstorm and you want to work through your content creation, when you go someplace new to work, studies show that the act of going into a new environment, and I mean a new environment of the fact all of your senses are there. You see things, you smell different things, you are feeling different things because maybe you're sitting on a different chair, you're sitting on a couch instead of sitting on your office chair. All of these things and changing the location of your work actually boosts your creativity. And I don't mean just going to your favorite coffee shop. I mean go to a completely new coffee shop that you've never been to before. Maybe something that you've been driving around town, or you come through the grocery store and you drive past this place like, oh, I've always wanted to try that. Now's your time to do that. I want you to shake up your routine by working in a new location. And because changing your environment can immediately improve your ability to uncover new innovative ideas for your marketing. Because the change of scenery not only removes any distractions from the usual workspace, but it will put your brain into a creative space that will allow you to really facilitate this brainstorming session, really help you uncover the ideas and to think those big, crazy, big, ridiculous ideas. So those are two ways that you can add some creativity into your brainstorming. I want you to think about how you can, create an environment that when it does come time for you to sit down and do some brainstorming about anything marketing related, anything business related, or heck, anything related in your life where you have to brainstorm, doing something creative, either before, during the actual, brainstorm session itself, can significantly generate innovative ideas. And I want you to think about how you can experiment with these different creative activities like the ones that I shared today, or maybe you could just do something as simple as going for a short walk. Short walks are always one of the best ways that you can tap into your creativity. And I want you to implement what works best for you and even combine something or create your own process. Remember, as like I always say, there's no right way, there's no wrong way, there's just your way. And when you utilize these brainstorming techniques, you will be able to enhance your creative thinking skills and uncover some innovative ideas that can drive success, can drive engagement, can drive traffic and growth to your business. And all of this combined with your brainstorming are going to help you reach more customers online. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creativity, I hope you'll hit the share button and let's keep this conversation going. If you're ready to dig into the deep work of developing your content marketing strategy, that link is below to subscribe to the Create Your Business program. When your interactive workbook shows up in your inbox, you can stop saying, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do with my marketing messages. And when you go through those creative activities, whether you get the creative tools at your door or you get the digital version and you buy them, or you just do the creative activities that don't even include creative tools, you will start believing that you know what you need to do to come up with your marketing messages, and you'll start to see results. You are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.